Good morning, everyone out there. Today is January 31st, 2023. Can't believe the month of January is already past. We are halfway through celebration. I am Karin Braxton, and I'm coming to you from Bozeman, Montana. And it is about 10 degrees here, I believe, this morning. It's a bright day. It's a little bit cloudy, but I think it's going to be blue sky in a little bit. And so this week I'm coming to you from Montana, and then next week I will come to you from Florida. So we are leaving for Florida on Wednesday, so that's tomorrow. I am packing up like crazy, and I'm packing more craft things than I am clothes, because I have a craft room. I have to sort of keep my business going while I'm in Florida. So I ship kits to go, and I don't have any in-person classes yet, but I do have lots of classes to go. Let me see. I see Kathy. Let's see if I can find myself on the iPad now. Yeah, okay. Looks like that's working. Okay, super. Good to see you this morning, Kathy. How are things going for you in Colorado? And I hope you're doing well. Your leg is mending and your sister's taking good care of you. Good to see you. Anyway, we have a lot to do. I have a really fun project for you today. I'm really excited about it. I've been sort of going crazy trying to, hey, Martina and Jeannie, good to see you girls this morning. Anyway, so I hope you'll enjoy the video. Be sure you click, subscribe, follow, hearts, thumbs up, all those things, comment. And of course, you can shop with me too. And I always appreciate that. So if you would be sure on the end of the video, like when you're on Facebook, or if you or on YouTube later, I will type all these and post pictures. Good morning, Carla out there in Wisconsin. So I will post all these things after I get them typed and photographed and watermarked. And then it'll all be like on YouTube, it's under more. And Facebook, it'll just be under the photos and the video. Okay, and then you can always, sharing is wonderful too. That's what helps me grow my business, when you share with other people and they start watching me and following me. Okay, let's, let me just, for a moment while people are getting on, remember, this is celebration time. This is the best time of the year. And we have one more month. February is a short month with only 28 days. So whenever you buy, when you make a purchase of $50 or more, you get something free from this catalog. And if you spend $100, you can get that whole big bundle of paper. I am going to use that today. It's 48 sheets of 12 by 12. It's beautiful. I've used a lot. Or you can choose other stamps and other papers, and I've done quite a few things with this already, and I will continue. So here is our mini catalog. This catalog is new, and this one will last until the end of April. And once we get to May 1st, that's when we get a new annual catalog in May. So this catalog right now, which I have loved, we need to use more out of this too, because it's really super. This lasts until the end of April, and then, I think it's like May 2nd or something or 3rd is when the new catalog, the new annual goes live. So we have a couple of months and a good time, but it's a shorter time to enjoy this catalog. And it is a magnificent catalog, I think. I think it's one of the nicest spring catalogs we've ever had. There's a little bit of everything, not just flowers. So, and I will set that aside for right now. And we will turn down. We're going to use the two sets that we're going to use today are Country Bouquet, the really neat Friendship Valentine set. It has a fabulous punch and has designer paper that you can punch out using that. The punch is already, it's on back order, but it's not hard to fussy cut the designer paper by any means either. And then the other one that we're going to use today is a celebration, and it's called the Thanks a Bunch with the carrots. And I'm going to do, we'll just see how time allows for things. And we're we're going to be doing a diagonal joy fold card, and it is really a cool technique. So, hey, Lisa, good to see you. I know you're getting your hair done this morning, cut or something. Okay, let's turn the camera down. There we go. Oh, I know, before I even start, my nephew Sam, who's 35 and out in Massachusetts, he's the one with the tree fall on him. He is having his 4th surgery today. He's having his fixator. That's a big metal cage that's gone around his pelvis. It was screwed and bolted right to the bones. Today he's having that removed because the bones are starting to heal. Can't put any weight on his feet or his legs or pelvis, but it is starting to heal. Okay, here I just have a couple cards just to get focused, and we are going to be starting. This little set is some of the designer paper, and these are little 5-minute cards. I just cut up a sheet and put a mat behind it, added some animals here. I added the windmill and these cute flowers. Oh my goodness, they're quite addictive. They're very, very fun. Anyway, they're just fun cards. You can use them for almost any occasion. So we're going to be using the Country Bouquet. We'll start with that one. And let me put this aside and get our kits out. I want to show you, let me see what's here. So the punch this punch that I'm showing you punches out the paper. Should have brought the paper to show you. But it punches out all these little Valentine hearts, and so cool. You've seen me use these, and it has leaves, and then it has a little tiny pink heart also. It's a really great set. Obviously it's not a hard set to fussy cut either. But it's a great set. And the punch will be back. It's not being retired or discontinued or anything like that. It's just back ordered. You have seen me use we did this calendar card back a few weeks ago in my bingo class, and you can see how it stands up on its own, and just a nice little, I love that designer paper, and that's the heart again. So that's what we did. This is all Sorbet and Balmy Blue, and that's some of the gingham that goes with this suite. Let me show you that suite. It is I think it's a mega suite because it has 2 sets. It's on page 8 and 9 of our catalog, and it has 2 sets of designer paper. It has the Country Bouquet, Country Floral Lane, which is 12 by 12. And then it has this designer paper, designer gingham, and that's in 6 by 6. And it has some gems to go with it, ribbon, khaki, and a burlap and red, and then that punch. And then it also has another, so here's another picture of that stamp set enlarged. You can see that. The Country Bouquet bundle with the punch was $37.75. You can still buy the stamp, and the stamp is $23. And then this is another Valentine set that goes with this set, and it's called Love for You bundle. It has a lot of die cutting and some really cool sentiments like that you can use. But so whenever there's a 4-page spread, that's called a mega suite. Okay, we're going to use that today. So it's got some nice, I love that we are friends. Oh, I just think that's great. Just wanted to say, I love that we are friends. I just wanted to say, I love you. I just wanted to say, Happy Valentine's Day. It's just a sort of a neat, this is a 2-part stamp. Anyway, here we go with that. Okay. This is but if you are still interested in joining my team, or, well, not joining my team. You don't need the hostess code for joining my team. You need the hostess code when you're shopping with me. Today is the last day of January. This is the host code for January. Tonight I'll create a new one, so we have a new February one tomorrow. This is the card that we're doing today. So it is a diagonal. You can see this diagonal, and it's a joyful because it tucks in like that. And I just think it's really fun, and it's easy. Here's another one, exactly the same, just like that. And this paper is all from that country floral bouquet or whatever it's called. Okay, let's get our pieces out. Get everything out of here. And I'm going to put my gems right up there because we're going to color those at the end. And let's see once here. So we're going to start with a piece of Balmy Blue cardstock. This is the base, just a normal side opening base, 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to be cutting that in a second. Then we're going to use these are the designer papers. The larger one is 4 by 5 1/4. The smaller one is 3 3/4 by 5. And then we have a flap, and like this. Let's see if you can still see all that. And those are our measurements. And you want to take a screenshot if you want to make this immediately. You can even do it along with me. So take a screenshot if you'd like, but I will have all of this information typed up at the end for you. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put these pieces back, and we are going to do our cutting. So we're going to take our regular card, take our paper trimmer, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to cut it from this corner, from the score line, all the way down to the bottom, like that. And there we have it. It's that simple. And then this piece, we can punch out. I'm going to be using the scalloped heart punch and the plain punch for the front. This is in the annual catalog. This is a great set. I hope it never ever retires. It's been in the catalog for a couple of years. It's on page 153 of the annual catalog, and it's called the Heart Punch Pack. Both punches, or big punches, are $38. So I think that's a wonderful set. I've used it a lot every year. I think it's been in the catalog, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. So I'm going to take this piece that I just cut off, and I'm going to use this now to punch a heart. There we have it. I'm going to throw that piece away. Take our pieces. There we go. And I'm going to put that aside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the larger designer paper, the one with the bicycles. I'm going to put that one right over here. And I don't want to lose these things. It's so easy to do that. I'm going to take my, I had to open up a new, a new seal this morning, right before the video. My other ones were so grungy looking, I just couldn't stand them anymore. They're still perfectly good, and I don't know, but mine get real gunky in the outside. So this is the inside, and that's the part that's going to show. Isn't that just pretty as can be? Then we're going to take our other designer paper, that's 3 3/4 by 5, and it's, you could use this side like that, but it is, if you use the directional side paper, then you only get one cut. But I'm going to cut this in half like this, and then I'm going to be able to have an extra piece. So I was really quite mindful of that as I was working. I'm just trying to design this. I mean, I was making it up, and I had to make sure that I was being careful about the paper I was choosing. There's another sweet little paper that has hearts on it, blue hearts, and it would have worked perfectly too, but then I would only get one piece. So like this would be like that, and then I can save this one and do a second card like this. Okay, that works out really nicely. So you have to make sure that you, really just really careful about what paper you choose. So I always just sort of lay out my papers. I take a couple sheets of the cardstock that they tell us to use, and I'm going to just sort of put this on as carefully as possible to have equal borders. There we go. That looks good. And there's our card so far. Very simple. And now we're going to put our flap on. Oh, I think I forgot the little white piece. It looks like I did forget it. The flap is 3 by 8, and I just scored it at 4 inches like that. And this part is the Valentine, the little red hearts, the 3 3/4, just a 1/4 of an inch smaller. And that's the other side. You could use that side too, but I really like that heart, so I'm going to make that decision myself because I really like the other one of the two. Of course, this one has the directional hearts too, so you don't have to worry on this part. But if you were cutting it at a diagonal, you would have to think about that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is this is going to just slip in here like this and open up, and just like that. And I'm going to just open it up right now and adhere it, and then we'll do our stamping. I'm going to try to put this on as straight as I can. Okay, and then this is going to go like that, and that's down. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did not cut another piece of inside. It's like this. Here, I'll take it from the other kit. It's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. If you want to look at that, it's just a little bit smaller than the outside, so we're going to have to cut another one of those for the other card that we're doing today. Okay, I'm just going to open this up. And this is one of the most fun type of fun folds that I have ever learned. And I saw Karin Titus had some little samples and directions, and that's how I learned how to make this. So this is going to go on there like that, and then we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to just wait for a second on that. So I'm going to set that aside, and let me see once here. We're going to just put that right there so I don't lose it for now. And then take this. We're going to get our stamps. Okay, we have heart. I punched a white heart already with that. And we have, oh, I know exactly why I didn't have, look at this. I was very well organized and prepared. Here is my little piece for the inside. Do you see what I did? Like that. Well, I'll just do it on the other one now, and I'll use this piece on my next card. So I think that'll work just fine. Okay, and we're going to use a little sweet sorbet. And let me bring my stamps in here. Let me show you two. We're going to do two and see what you think. Okay, one, we're going to do a little blue flower. And I think what I'll do is take this envelope, and I'm going to stamp this blue flower right there on the outside. And then I'm going to stamp, so that's like second generation. There's a light blue right there. Can you see that? It's extremely light. And then I'm going to stamp in red. I'm going to stamp one flower at the bottom, right down here, before I close up the blue. I'll just do that straight ink. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And there we go. We'll clean that. And I love that We're Friends is going to be in the sweet sorbet. Here's the sweet sorbet. That's one of the in colors. It's a really pretty red. This paper has a lot of sorbet in it. Let me see what we're gonna, I love that We Are Friends. Okay, here we go. So on this one, I'm just gonna stamp it plain. I love that we are friends. Like that. And this one, do you see that little bit of blue there? I'm going to stamp right over it like that. You can just see it very lightly, that blue underneath it. I like doing that quite often. It has a nice look to it. You can't see it a whole lot, but, and then we are doing the inside. I love that we are friends. And then I'm going to stamp, you know, you can send, I love you. We'll do that. We have, don't you have girlfriends that you just enjoy so much, and you would send them a Valentine, say, I love you. We're so glad we're friends. There we go. And that is done. I'll give that a little clean on my chamois. So this sweet sorbet is just a little bit different than a real red. I think my sweater is real red pretty much. So, okay, there's our card. And now all we have to do to finish it up is to put one of these on. And I think I'll use the one that has a little bit of blue in there, and we will just use our adhesive, put those two hearts together. They fit so beautifully. This is a great set of punches too. If you have grandchildren, this is just a perfect one. They love using this type of a punch for, you know, getting ready for doing Valentines. We're going to pop that up with some dimensionals, and I think I'll just use my little dish of dimensionals right there. I think that'll work fine. Put it right up here toward the top. I love these. They come in big sheets. They're called foam sheets, I believe. And they look like, you get several, and they look like this, and then you just cut them up into pieces. And it's one of my favorite types of adhesive. So we're going to put it on like that. And then we're going to take some of our pearls, and these are the heart-shaped pearls. And can you see how they, some of them are sort of iridescent, and some are opaque. Anyway, we're going to take our sorbet, our dark sorbet blends. These alcohol blends are very nice for coloring gems. You can color any gems you want. So I'm going to color. You can just go over them. They're just as sweet as can be. You can do several of them. I don't need this many, of course. I'm not going to. There we go. And now we'll just, actually it's better to let those dry for just a second, but we will just, I think we're just going to put one on. I'm going to put it right down here. There we go. You can save those red ones for another time. And that is our first card. Isn't that fun? And it's identical to the other one that I did. This one I put 3 hearts. I don't really like the 3 on there, but, and then this one is the reverse side of that paper. And I did that blue a little bit darker in there. I'm not sure if that was first or second generation, but there it is again. Easy. Isn't that fun? Easy card for sure. Okay, now let's do that again. And the more we see something, the better it is, and we learn from it. We're going to use this time, let me clean out these things here. Put this away, and we're going to get our other cards together. We're going to be doing, using, these are the cards that I made using the carrots, and the paper here is the Dandy Designs, and it's just, this is the package that you get for free with a $100 purchase, and it's really neat. So which one do you want me to make? Do you want me to make the Granny Apple Green or the Mango? Mango is the other color in here. There's also Calypso Coral. I don't have any Calypso Coral cut, but I should have. I didn't. That would have been nice. Would have been, that's it's a little oranger. But anyway, these are the colors from the Dandy Designs. Which one do you think I should use? The green or the mango? You tell me. I'm going to check these comments here for a second. Oh, hey, Munch. Good to see you. Jan, Levon, Jeannie. Okay, I see Jan. How are things in Arizona? Oh, good. I'm so glad you girls are on here. Which one do you like? Tell me. It takes a few seconds, so I'm going to start getting things ready, and I've got both cut, and we will make that decision. Do you want, I see 2 greens. Let's see one's here. We have green, green, green. Okay, we're going to just set those right up there for a second and bring out our little pieces. Okay, got some gems in here. And, okay, I don't want to lose anything as we're working today. So, and then this will be the inside of that little card. It's so funny that I couldn't find it. I was so organized. That then I lost, I couldn't find it. Couldn't figure out what it was. Here's that same heart, and I colored those in pumpkin pie and granny apple green. You can sort of see those too. Okay, let's see what we have here. Comment-wise, green, 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 green. Everyone is saying green. We're going to do green, I think. Okay, and we'll just put this right there. Set the mango one aside. And on the green one, we're going to do the same thing as we did before. I'll just lay out these pieces for you again, and you can take a screenshot if you'd like. So we've got designer paper. One is 3 3/4 and one is 4, just a little bit larger. Those are our pieces. So you can take a screenshot of that if you would like, but I will also have those all on the YouTube video. And I'm going to take my card now, my 5.5 by 8.5 Granny Apple Green. It's not quite as bright as our Parakeet, which is in color. Now I'm going to do this on a diagonal. Start up here and go down. There we go. And then we've got a piece that looks like this. Set that aside. And we're going to put our largest piece right in here. Nope, that's not the largest. This is the largest. This is the other side of that. This is all that free paper. Okay, so we're going to put this just like that. And this is the kind of card that is so fun to make that once you make one, maybe the first one might take you a little bit of time, but the second and third will go so fast and you will love it, and you'll want to keep making more, and you can just go crazy thinking of new ideas. Now I've already taken this sheet of paper. I don't really want to introduce that. I love this combination with that freesia in there, but I don't want to introduce it with the orange and the yellows. So I've already cut that into a diagonal. And let me get my little silicone. I don't like using it without. So, okay. So I have so much to pack to take to Florida. And my husband just always gets, oh my goodness, it's so, it's embarrassing actually for him, I think. It's just a lot. I have to pack up so many stamps. I keep some stamps in Florida, but you know, we have things that change all the time. They retire and then they're, you know, but I keep them there, but then I have to take all these new things. So this is slightly crooked here. Let's see if we can get that a little better. Well, it's good enough. So we'll just keep it like that. Give that a good crease like that. And then we have our flap. This is, again, 3 inches by 8 inches. And it's scored at 4 inches. This part is going to, since we don't have a, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'll use this piece on the inside. That'll work just fine. So we'll do that. And gives us a little character. This is from that Christmas stamp. It's in our annual catalog, and the dies are Christmas to Remember, I think they're called. But I love them. I love the dies that go with that set. and they carried over. They've been in the catalog for 2 years. They're really nice. So that's the inside. Now we're going to put our adhesive on the back. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to just position this nice and even so we have a nice even border all the way around, hopefully. And then lift up our flap, and there's our diagonal joy fold. And now we're going to stamp on our part that looks like this. So, okay, I'm going to set that aside for just a second, but isn't that easy? It's very, very fun. Okay, let's do our carrots now. This is sort of a fun set, and I didn't, you know, what do you do with carrots? You don't usually send carrots to people. I don't know, but it's just sort of a fun set. It's got a big carrot, medium, and the small, and on different leaves. And I like this. It looks like spring. Thanks. There's a wrap here. There's a thanks, a bunch. Everything's coming up carrots. These are little, almost look like hearts, but really a nice set of, look at you. There's no one quite like you. Love you. Oh, that really nice, no dies or anything, but just a great set of stamps for sure. And it's got, so you stamp one and then you stamp this one over it, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, and let's bring in our stamps. We are going to we're going to do something, we're going to do thanks a bunch. We're going to do that first, and we're going to do that on this label right there. I've got 2 of them here. Thanks a bunch, and I have pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is the color I'm going to, we're going to use pale papaya and pumpkin pie, and we're going to do thanks and a bunch. I think we're going to try something. We'll do on one, we're going to just stamp it with thanks. We'll do both of them like that. And on the other one, I'm going to do a bunch, right? I'm going to get that nice and inked up. So both of that is in pumpkin pie. And then I'm going to stamp this other one in the what is this one? Yeah, Granny Apple Green. I just re-inked these too about a half hour ago. They're pretty bold. I don't know. Don't know about that. Let me see. Let's try something. Let's try thanks and a bunch. I like that better. Okay, but I'll set that aside. We can make that decision at the end, whichever one we want. Okay, and now we're going to do our carrots. And we have our little piece of, what I need is my little grid paper here. So I've got that right there next to me, and I'm going to take this out. And you know, what I've done is I've stamped straight, but I think I'm going to try to tilt the carrots this time a little bit. So I also have a mask that I made that we could try too. I'm going to just we'll see how this all works. We'll do some papaya first. I'm going to stamp the one in the middle straight. Well, I should have gone down a little bit. I'm going to take the other one that goes right there like that. And I'm going to do this one like that. Oops, that one didn't. There we go. That'll be fine. And I didn't leave much space there for the leaves, but that's okay. We're just going to use one set of leaves. I've got the masking is on there so tight that it's just tearing. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Cajun craze, and I'm going to, I'm going to stamp over it like this. Just like that. Isn't that cool? Well, there we go. I think that looks pretty good. And we're going to give that a we're going to close those up. Maybe we'll stamp a carrot on the envelope though. Let's do that. Let me see if I can find the envelope. There it is. It's got the gems in it. Here we have the envelope. We'll just do a little carrot, and we'll do that in papaya. We probably should have used a smaller one, but anyway. There we go. And then we're going to do our leaves in the Granny Apple Green. Oh, I think we might want to do the inside there. So we'll do the leaves. And let's see, once the leaves are, so there are two different types of leaves, and I'll show you those. One is this broader one, and then one is a real fine, but it looks like this. So you could stamp off like that, and then do full strength over it like that. I think is pretty nice. Or you can just do it by itself like that. We're just going to do it by itself. And let's see here. We're going to just put this. Well, this big one, we can do it. We can do both. We can do that like that. Yeah, that'll be just fine. On this one, it'll work out just great. There we go. Looks really nice, I think. So there's our envelope with the carrot, and let's see what we have. We need to do something for the inside of our card. We're going to do a little tiny carrot, and we're going to do that in the pumpkin pie. Just these. I should have tried the medium carrot. That would have been probably just perfect. We'll put that right like that. I think that's good. And then we'll do a little bit of green. There we go. And then we have the saying that says, "There's no one quite like you." That's what we're going to use for that. We'll stamp that in pumpkin pie. And "There's no one quite like you." There's just enough room there to sign your name and maybe a, like, "Hope you're doing well," or something like that. And there we have that. Here's the front of our card. And now we are whoops, the daisy here. We have things falling all over the place. Let me grab a drink of water here. I'm talking so much. There we go. Okay. And now we're going to put our front on like this with our carrots. Going to go on like that. And just like this. Okay. And oh, I forgot to stamp the, oh, I forgot to do the little, you were all thinking that, weren't you? You were saying, "Oh, wait, you haven't stamped the little tops yet." I knew you were thinking that, but you were trying to tell me and I couldn't hear you say that. Okay, we're going to do, I'm going to switch, I think, to a little bitty green right here. Like that. That'll be just fine. Worked out great. No problem at all. Oh, good. There we go. And you always want to make sure that you have as few layers in it when you're doing something like that. I actually like that one. That little tiny one is actually designed for this one, which I should have used. But okay, now we have to make a decision. Do we put the green on like this? Or do we put the pumpkin pie like that? So, let's see what you think. Green, okay. Do you think I should use the pumpkin pie like that or the green up here? I'm seeing green, so I think we'll do that. I'm actually going to, see, I use the reverse side, so I am going to take my bone folder and I'm going to just sort of squish those dots down the opposite way because it is a stitched piece. And now we're going to put our dimensionals on that. like that. There we are, and we'll get our take your pick tool, get those off. One thing I always look forward to about going to Florida is there's so much humidity there, although my husband says there isn't, but I think there is a lot. It's hard on your hair. It's really, your hair looks awful so much of the time, or mine does anyway, and I think most women agree. But my fingernails grow, and they don't. My skin doesn't crack because there's that much humidity in the air, and that does help me recover because I get so many cuts and splits in my fingers when I'm here. And we have a lot of snow. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe how much snow we have. This is the record amount of snow that we have ever seen. So, okay, which do you like better? Do you like the carrots at an angle or straight? So there we have it. And we'll add some, we can add some little gems to that. And again, I'm going to, this time I think we're going to use these milky dots. These are sort of a gold color, and I think that's sort of an, or we could use the green. No, I think I already colored some. I colored them granny apple green. And if you want to make them darker, if you want to make something like I already colored those, and you can see, I'm using my broad tip, and I can go over them again, and that almost like gives them another layer. Makes them just a little, whenever I color gems, I always use my, the darker color too. The dark, not the light. So there we have that. And let's add some of these right down here. I think we'll put them at the bottom. Like this. Let's see, we're going to put them one right there. And we're going to put one on each side of it, like that, just to do something different. There we have it. And those are the milky dots that I used, that I colored. Those are clear, and I don't know what that color is. It's almost like a freesia, and it's starry sky and gold. It's a nice, they're nice, really nice. Actually, I like all the gems that we have right now. So there we have it. And thanks a bunch. And there's no one quite like you on the inside with our envelope all stamped. Now I'm going to show you a couple more carrot cards that I got in swaps. This one was, I think is beautiful. This one was Michelle Thibault. And it's just a really pretty, she used those little dots that are in there, which are nice. So the dots are right there. I'm going to put these are the masking. I was going to do a little masking, but we didn't need to. So I'm going to put those right inside so I can keep those for another time, because whenever you're masking, you just sort of can do that. Okay. Anyway, those dots are really nice, and there's some little marks like that too. But that's a sort of a clever idea, and she used the embossing folder right there. And this one, carrots come in all colors now. I love that, in the grape or the Highland Heather. I'm not sure. This one is Monica Gilberti. She and I have been in a training together. This is a pretty one with the three different carrots all cut out. I love that. And that one is Nancy Spence. Isn't that a pretty card? Here's another carrot one with, that's a nice thing with the oval label, the oval punches that we have. And here's another one that maybe it looks very similar to what we've done. And look at this one. I think this one is so cool. It was done by Luann Grudiden or something. I'm not sure what her name is. But look she turned the carrots. So here are the carrots. She turned them upside down and made them into like cypress trees. Isn't that the coolest thing? With this, I love that grid that cuts it in half like that. Well, I didn't say who these the cards, and this one was by Sandy Carlson. This one is by that girl, and this one was Diana, someone from Virginia, Eichfield. Okay, aren't they some neat ideas? I really like those a lot. And so don't be afraid to try that carrot. Oh my goodness, it's fun. Very, very fun. Now I'm going to show you one more. Oh, I did the carrots in Calypso, and I just thought they were too dark. So, Anyway, we'll put that aside. But I want to show, I'm not actually going to do this next card because I'm going to save a little bit of some of these ideas. But I'm going to show you what I've made using one of my favorite sets. It's called Sea Turtle. And I'm going to do another whole section Tuesday, a video on this sometime, but not today. But it is really quite a fun stamp because you can use both sides of it. But this is what I made using that sea turtle. And I did the same thing. And I used this happy birthday, wishing you the best. That's from Friends Are Like Seashells. I love these. I love anything with the sea and the beach. Those are just great stamps to use. And then this sea turtle is great. This shimmer, this is some of the new shimmer paper, and it's one of my, it's really got a nice hand to it. It's heavy enough, but not too heavy. It's great. And then here's another sea turtle one. This one I used with the seashell embossing folder. And then I just blended it with some blending brushes and cut out the, there's not a die or anything for the sea turtle, but just cut it out. And then this one like this, and this is some of that Flora paper, fancy Flora. But isn't that neat? Those are fun sea turtle cards, and thought you might enjoy those. And then I was going to do one more. I just ran out of time, but I'm going to take it to Florida with me. And then this is a piece of alcohol ink paper that I did, and I want to have a turtle that goes on top of that. So maybe we'll do a video using some alcohol ink again. I'm not sure, but I love this technique, so it's one of my favorites. So maybe you'll see more of that at a later date. Alrighty, that is it. Let's turn the camera back. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jan. Appreciate that. Okay, let's flip this over, and here we go. Okay, I can't, it's hard for me to, oh, thank you very much, Munch. Munch said, awesome cards, just got that set yesterday. Oh, well, good, you'll be able to give it a go then. Good, so I'm so glad. Alrighty, ladies, thank you so much. Don't forget, take advantage of this. This is, we have 1 month left, and things are going to start running out. I don't know what'll run out first. What would you guess? What do you think will go retire first? I don't know. I think that farm animal paper is really cool. It's so cute. I don't know what else. Stampin' Up makes the stamps, so I think they can keep making stamps. But the designer papers might run out first. I don't know. The mini catalog from now until April, and then we have our annual catalog. So don't forget to place your orders, and I'd love to help you. I'd love to be your demonstrator. Oh, I think I'll show you. If you, let me just tell you real quickly about the demonstrator. If you would like to join Stampin' Up, right now there's a really excellent special during the celebration. This little blue mini for $129. You get to choose $175 in merchandise, and you pay $129. You get the machine, plus you get $175 worth of products that you choose. That's the little mini. That was boho blue, and this is what it looks like in the white. You can choose either the white or the boho blue for that price. If you already have a machine, or you have the big one and you don't want the small one, then you can for $99 you get to choose $175 worth of products. Plus free shipping, you get a free paper pumpkin, you get some catalogs to hand out to your friends, and you don't have to, you can just be a happy shopper, happy stamping shopper, and getting things at a discount is pretty fun. That's how most of us join. We want to get that discount, that 20%. You can work your way up a little higher too and get a 25 plus, get different bonuses and earn trips and things like that too. But most people don't. Most people just shop and are happy getting their discount, being a happy stamper. So those are the choices, and that lasts through the end of February. So I'll keep talking about it because I think it's the best deal in the whole catalog. Alrighty, friends, next week I will see you coming to you from the Gulf side of Florida, and I will see you soon. Stay warm and be creative. I hope you'll jump in and try this diagonal joyfold card. It's really a fun one. See you, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.